Heartiest welcome to Global Talk Show by Business Power Academy Netherlands. And today in this show, we have an amazing and a very talented person, Marcus, the brand scientist. And it's really a new thing for global people who are watching us live on this show and who are going to view this video later to know what is a brand scientist. And before I take a deep dive in my journey with brand scientist, let me introduce who is Marcus, the composed overthinker, brand strategist, founder, head of growth at Brand Tactus, the brand scientist. Well, without any more delay, let's take this journey on. And Marcus, welcome to our show today. It's been an honor hosting you. And before going forward, people are so much interested to know your journey because the position you are today, it's a greater height of success. And we all are so eager to know your inspiring journey.
Can you hear me? Perfect. So I want to say thank you so much for having me here. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you're listening from. I want to say thank you because you can be anywhere. You can be somewhere instead, but yet you are here watching and giving us a little bit of the most valuable asset in your life, which is your time. So I want to say thank you, and we will try to bring value today. Thank you so much.
Well, Marcus, we all are here to learn the position which you have created through brand strategies. So let me tell something about your journey, which I have already introduced, but still we want to listen what kind of challenges you had faced while making this journey incredibly. So we would love to know those challenges from your life.
Rich, if it's there's two kinds of challenges for me, right? There's like a personal challenge, which is like obviously something that you cannot control. So those are the things that I know we can all relate. But to be more specific, and I think all entrepreneurs can relate into this as to having some initially financial situation. You need to have money to keep the business going, right? And number two is, and this is a thing that I had to deal with before, the naysayers. You're not gonna make it. You're a failure. You're not good enough. We do that a lot within ourselves and other people's to us, right? So that's one of the challenge that I have to face myself. I have to make sure that I don't listen to the naysayers. Just remember that failure is an event. It's not a person. There may be some failed events or failed jobs that you have done, but that doesn't define you. In fact, that should help you grow. So that is a mindset that I have to tell myself to make sure that I don't focus on the problem, but focusing on the solution instead.
Very nice, Marcus. And can you tell me something about your incredible journey? We are always wanted to know.
So I migrated here in the US back in 2015. I'm originally from the Philippines. I started working like in a call center in the Philippines when I was 17. I work with different industry here in the US, and I developed, and I think this is something that everyone has. I developed a thing called critical thinking. It's looking at the data and making a decision out of it to make basically grow your business. It doesn't matter if it's a right or wrong decision. Obviously, you'll never know the alternative, so just make a decision. But at least the decision you make will be based on the data. And so my journey has not been the fun journey. And I think if you're an entrepreneur who's actually doing the work, you can relate. You'll be lying if you tell me that your journey as an entrepreneur has been easy, because it's not. Everybody thinks it's going to be an overnight work. It's not. In fact, it's the journey that you have to love. So my journey is just constantly going at my dreams, right? Going at my goals. I am a big fan of Les Brown. He says, someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. So that has been my journey, is not really proving it to anyone, but proving it to myself.
Wow, this is really lovely. And now we know what's the secret behind your success, because you took challenges as opportunities, and opportunities, when you see on the brighter side of the coin, you are a star. And that's what we are witnessing today, Marcus, the brand scientist. Well, Marcus, moving to this beautiful and loveliest global talk show, I would love to know about your work, because we see you as a brand scientist, as a brand tactics, and so many composed overthinker. And it's really new for me and for my global audience too. So, what exactly is your work and how you're helping to people? So, let's have a look on it.
So let's start with composed overthinker. Right. I think I have I'm self-diagnosed ADHD. So I can go from one thing to another every single time, right? I overthink. I tend to think of what if. And so I decided to, instead of looking at the things that are not good, how can I make a good out of that? So instead of overthinking bad things, I'll overthink a situation on a business. I will find the solution, but before I do that, looking at the data, and that's when where the scientist in me comes into play. And the word brand scientist is something that I kind of came up. That's my brand name, right? But it all started when I was maybe 6 years old. My dad asked me, think of a job, or what do you want to be when you grow up? I said a carpenter. And this is back in the Philippines. They all laughed. They all gave me that face, that surprise. With all due respect, carpenters are hard workers and the intelligent people in the earth, right? Um, but my dad told me that you need to dream something else. You need to be either an engineer, a doctor, or a nurse. Like that is like the culture I grew up on, right? I end up being a disappointment. So basically I didn't end up being those. And then I told my grandmother one day that I want to be a scientist. And they said that, what, you're gonna be in the moon? I'm like, I don't know. I was just watching this person on TV. He's like, his name is Ernie Baron. You can look him up. He's basically, his tagline in the Philippines is knowledge is power. So I listened to him a lot, and since then I wanted to be a scientist. But then obviously financially we couldn't afford it. And so when I started my business, I look back, I dig in deep to my brand identity and see exactly what resonates me. And that becomes basically, as an entrepreneur, as in a scientist, that's when the brand scientist comes into play. Now it's called brand tactics because I believe in business, it's more than a strategy. It's also the tactics. It's the vehicle that will get you where you want to be. You can sit down all day and write your plans, but if you don't have the action towards it, you're not going nowhere. So that's why the brand tactics instead of brand strategist, the business, because it's more than a strategy. And what I do is I come into business, I help creative business owner basically pass their glass ceiling, or at least charge the value that they are worth it. And this is a concern of mine, in a sense of, do you actually value your logo for $500? No, it's gotta be worth more than that. And it's not about the money, but it is about the money, because without the money you cannot continue the business, and without the business going forward or continuing, you cannot get to your goal, which is, my goal is to basically to wake up in a world where everyone's happy and in a position where they are maximizing the skills that they have, whether you have a degree or not, whether you're in the Philippines and the US, as long as you wake up happy and you're giving more than you take. And that's a world that I picture.
Wow, this is so inspiring, Marcus. The way you told about brand tactics, brand scientists, because till now we were hearing about the branding, positioning, but you have enlightened us with the brand tactics, the brand, and we were just thinking what it is actually, and we were so eager to know. So thank you so much for enlightening this new word to global audience, and I'm so happy to know about your journey, about your work. And I will request my global audience, if you want to connect Marcus, you can connect him. He's a great influencer on LinkedIn. So you can connect with him. He can ensure you about your work, about your professional work, and he can help you in becoming the better and the best version of yourself. Well, moving to this beautiful journey with Marcus, the brand scientist. Marcus, we all would love to know, what are your plans? What is your mission and vision too? for the coming years?
My plan, if I'm gonna dig in deep, and I have to think this through because I know that this will not just impact the live listeners, but also the replay if we have it. Um, for me, it's be there for someone. If you're building something, make sure that it's not about you. Make sure that it's about someone else in the future, for the future, maybe even. Because if you're thinking, I'm gonna build this so I can feel like this, so I can do this, so you're taking, you're not giving. You have to make sure that you're giving first before you. In fact, again, like I said, take but give more than you take. My mission really is to make sure that anyone are are having or at least have the skills that they need so they can make their passion their profession. That would be the best way to wake up like the next day is like I'm excited to go to work because there's something that I will do for free and the fact that I'll get paid for it is a bonus. And so that is my big mission.
Great, loveliest, and I do agree. Turning your passion into profit is really a curious topic which everybody is running in today's age and cutthroat competition. We are just involving, engaging, and getting through. So, this is heartfelt wishes to you, Marcus, for your vision, for your mission, because you have a great mission and you're going to accomplish it. That's for sure. And we do have confidence you will come out with flying colors and you are going to get accomplish a lot of success in your life. Well, I know you are in a hurry. You are going, as we can see. You are driving, but still, I salute you. I hats off to you, your dedication, because you're stopping, you're parking, and you're giving your interview. So we can say you're so busy, but still you committed to this interview and you are here. And before I say goodbye to you or my global audience, I would love to know your powerful message to the world, and we all are waiting to hear from Marcus, the brand scientist. What's your message?
It's a simple message that I got from Glenn Stearns. If you think you can or you can't, you're right. I'll just leave it like that. And again, thank you so much again, Supriya. And please, if for the live audience from now, 24 hours from now, if you go to www.brandtactics.org, and this is it should allow you to schedule an appointment within the next 2 hours. Whoever schedules an appointment, it's no cost. I will give a free 2-hour business analysis.
Can you please unmute yourself, Marcus? We can't hear you.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, we can hear now.
Where did I cut off? So, anyways, 2 hours from now, whoever schedule a call, I will see it within the next 2 hours. We'll get a 2-hour business analysis. We're gonna sit down and look at where your business gap is and see how you can expand or scale up your business at a very minimum cost on you, if anything, or we'll just check your brand. We'll see if your message are aligned, and I will have suggestions. I mean, I'm not your guru. I'm not anyone who's better, quote unquote, than you, right? It's always better to have a different set of eyes. So within the next 2 hours, I hope I will be able to bring some value to the live audience.
Definitely. And thank you, Marcus, for this loveliest message. And I hope you to get 100 calls now because people are going to ask you questions about the brand scientist and about the brand tactics. So thank you so much for coming to our show and enlightening global people globally who are connected with your knowledge, power, and wisdom. So thank you so much once again.
Thank you so much again. And again, I'm not driving. I parked. I'm actually on the way to. I'm on the way to New York. I've been driving for about 2 days now. Two,
Okay,
three
okay,
days
thank
from
you.
California. But please, I look forward to speaking with you again, Supriya. Thank you so much again.
Sure,
And
sure.
for our audience, keep chasing that dream of yours.
Well, thank
And
you so
just
much, global audience, too, because you always love us, enlighten us, and motivate us. So keep doing that. Till then, stay happy, Helenati. Bye bye for now.